Purple Day is today. It falls on March 26th, and it is to raise awareness for epilepsy. I have with me Miss Dion Batiste, our very own Dion Batiste, and she is going to share her experience with getting seizures. And I also have with me Miss Nicole Vanderpool, who is the founder and president of the Seizure Awareness Foundation of Trinidad and Tobago. Good morning, ladies, and welcome.
Good morning, and thanks for having
And Dion, this is not purple.
It is purple.
Probably a different shade of purple, because this is real purple.
There are many different shades.
Okay.
All are real.
Oh, okay. But Dion, on a serious note, we looked at the video a short while ago, and we heard a short experience about suffering from seizures. You?
Not suffering from. Somebody living with seizures.
Someone living with seizures, you
Yes.
see? So, and one thing that I was reading on the handout that you have is that if you want to help, you need to start by educating yourself and caring. Yeah.
Yes, you have to care enough to educate yourself, because I could identify with a lot of what Anna just said, the little animation video that you guys just shared. In that, when I was first diagnosed, I didn't know anyone else who had seizures, who had epilepsy. And even though my family and the few friends that stuck around, they cared, they couldn't reach me mentally. They couldn't support me emotionally because they didn't understand. And as much as I tried, I couldn't articulate it enough for them to fully grasp what I was going through. And I was fortunate in that her friends were nice, mine weren't. I lost a lot of friends during that period of my life because they didn't get it. And because at that point in time, I myself didn't really grasp the gravity of what I was going through. I couldn't communicate it to them. So yes, I lost a lot of friends. So it was a lot of isolation. I was forced to stop school. I was living on my own. I was forced to return home to my parents' house. That was a little bit of culture shock. So yeah, it's a lot.
But how is it different now for you?
It's different now because I'm a bit more accepting. I took the time to educate myself about my condition, and I found a lot of fulfillment when I founded the Seizure Support Network in 2017. I've come to realize that sharing my story and sharing my experiences, it has empowered me a lot, because I've realized that people are drawing strength from my story. I felt like I was alone, and there are a lot of people who feeling that they are alone in this, so now we've formed a bit of a community. We help each other, we support each other where we can.
And things have become a bit easier for you. And Nicole Vanderpool, you founded the Seizure Awareness Foundation of Trinidad and Tobago. How has that been going for you?
Well, it's been growing leaps and bounds. The community, at first let me say my son is epileptic. So this is the reason why we founded the Seizure Awareness Foundation. So since then, as Dion said, when you reach out, you realize how big the community is. Yes, so we've been reaching a lot of people.
But what has that organization been doing to raise awareness and help people with seizures and epilepsy?
Okay, so the Seizure Awareness Foundation in Trinidad and Tobago, what we do is we go into schools and communities, organizations to teach seizure first aid, so that you will know the correct way to assist somebody who's having a seizure. A lot of people still say put something in their mouth, which is the wrong response. Because,
what do you do?
Right, what do you do? So seizure first aid. First thing you do is, most of the times, seizures that are tonic-clonic, that means convulsive seizures, they require some assistance. All right, we have many, there are over 40 different types of seizures. So those that are tonic-clonic, that person will fall to the ground. So you want to cushion their head. You want to remove any neckties that they might be wearing, or scarves, any glasses that they might be wearing. You want to remove those as well, because if they break, they can damage the eyes. Right? You want to cushion the head so that the impact on any hard surfaces will be softened, and you want to stay with them until they're fully reoriented. Do not try to slap them out of it. Do not put anything, no gag, no spoon, no anything whatsoever into the mouth of somebody who's having a tonic-clonic convulsive seizure.
Dion, what was your experience like the first time it happened?
Oh my God, you're sending me back. That was in 2008, March 20th. I was in the bank with my mother, and my mother was sitting, I was on the line, and my mother said, somebody came and said, hey, that lady with you? And when she looked over, I was on the ground convulsing and frothing through the mouth. So that was the first time I had a seizure. They took me to Port of Spain General, where I spent 10 days, but I wasn't diagnosed until the end of 2009. Yeah.
I mean, that sounds like the experience itself. I mean, for you as a parent, what did you think when it happened with your son?
I in school with somebody who had epilepsy, so I knew what it was when I saw it. So when I saw it, it was like 1:30 in the morning, and he was having a full-blown tonic-clonic seizure on the bed. So I didn't know him, stay calm.
Ooh,
I was in a panic.
You're not
So
supposed to panic.
I know, but this is my first time, right? So usually when you see it, that's your initial response, all right? You never really get accustomed to seeing somebody having a tonic-clonic convulsive seizure. However, you learn how to respond over time. Yeah.
And in terms of Trinidad and Tobago, any statistics in terms of the amount of people who may have seizures?
We don't have any confirmed statistics. We can just go with the approximations from the neurologists that see the patients on a day-to-day. So out of that, we have over 40,000 people living in Trinidad and Tobago with some sort of seizure disorder or epilepsy.
And now the Ministry of Health is having an event to commemorate Purple Day, which is today. So tell me about that event.
Okay, it's the Ministry of Health in collaboration with PAHU as well, and the Seizure Awareness Foundation of Trinidad and Tobago. So we have partnered together to have Epilepsy Awareness Day on a grand scale on the Brian Promenade today, so that we can reach out to the population to let them know what to do in the event that somebody has a seizure, how to identify seizures in the first place. And we're going to do some screening, some blood pressure testing, vision testing, you know, so that we can reach out. We also have a lot of giveaways. So we are inviting everybody to come on down to the Brian Promenade and get the information first and foremost, so that you'll know how to assist.
Dion, final question to you is, you know, if people want to get into your organization, how do they do that? How do they reach you?
We're on all social media platforms. You can reach out to us on Facebook, the Seizure Support Network of Trinidad and Tobago. We're also on Instagram, so you could send us a message. We're very responsive, and we're here to help anywhere we can. All
right, thank you very much, Dion Batiste, Nicole Vanderpool, for coming in and chatting with us this morning as we raise awareness for epilepsy in Trinidad and Tobago.